Hello everyone and welcome back to Sudden Wealth. I hope you guys are doing very well. If you do enjoy the content, please drop that like and subscribe. It greatly helps the channel, so thank you very much for your support. I know it's been a while since I posted. As I mentioned, this week was my last week until mid-August that I'll be traveling. So July I'll be here the entire time, as well as the first half of August, and then I'll be on holiday. But I will bring my stuff and I will upload from holiday. But this week was, I hope, the last of my really busy schedule. I mean, this year has been completely crazy, but hopefully now until September, October, things should chill out a little bit. A lot of things have happened throughout this week, and I think it's important to go through them. So let's first start in terms of stocks and TLT, etc. So TLT came down a bit, which means then the other markets start to sell off. This is as obvious as day. Even though they can momentarily do well, it's a matter of a few days before they catch up with the bond market, which is the king of the market. And I mean, stocks are still very close to all-time highs. I don't see any major issues with it. When it comes to crypto, you see Ethereum leaving the third cycle curse, still below 3,400, and Bitcoin's around 61,000. As I mentioned before, we are actually quite on pace for the cycle. I think what happened was in the beginning of the year with the ETFs, people got a little too excited in terms of pricing, and I was always an advocate that no, we're not going to see 100K like all the other channels were predicting. So there's no way I see that happen unless I don't know anything about crypto. And of course, we still didn't go to the 47, 52K target that I had, but I mean, we went to 56. If you compare 56 to predictions of 100K, I let you decide which one is closer to reality. And usually, if we repeat the cycle, August, September should be very funny years, very funny months, I apologize. And they will, of course, delve into the US election. And talking about that, I did watch the first debate. It went exactly as I expected. The media has done a wonderful job in hiding to the average people the terrible state that Joe Biden is. You see, I've already said this before, I'll say it again. I would vote Trump in this election for the simple reason that he is on the side of crypto and the Democrats are not. Very simple. If the Democrats would change their position, I would consider. But as long as, it's a very selfish interest on my side. And also, I think it's fair to be said that when Trump was in office, you had virtually no real wars going around, which, since I'm against them, I would tend to vote for him. I think this debate, now I'm extremely convinced of this. I had heard the conspiracy theories, but they may be reality, that the reason to schedule such an early debate, we never have debates this early in the election cycle, is so Biden would do so badly, so poorly, that there would be a movement within the party to basically have Biden graciously leave and trying to find a replacement yesterday, basically trying to find a replacement as soon as possible. Now, there are people talking about Gavin Newsom from California. Look, he's probably the worst governor that we've ever seen of that state. I mean, homelessness, record number of companies leaving the state, escaping the state, the highest taxes in the country, the highest gas prices in the country, some of the highest levels of crime in the country. I mean, unaffordability to ridiculous levels. I mean, levels of criminality extremely high. I mean, everything that you don't want, that state has gotten under him. And by the way, a bankrupt state as well. So if you are looking at this from a logical perspective, it should be completely destroyed. However, most people don't vote based on most people don't vote based on logic. They vote based on, I don't like the other guy and I like this guy, and if it's on paper, I think the model that a lot of liberals would like, and to be honest, a lot of moderate Republicans that maybe may don't like Trump that much would consider voting for him, mostly because he's more, how to say, less likely to have huge issues going around. Now, I think it's going to be a complete disaster if he indeed is moved forward and is elected, but that is to be seen. Now, at the end of the day, will it make much difference for this cycle, yes or no? To be honest, I don't think so. I think it's going to be mostly a problem for US citizens because they will probably be banned from self-custody, which is what the Democrats have been wanting to do for a long time. And so, I mean, it's going to probably spell trouble for the crypto industry in the US going forward, but it will mean nothing for the crypto industry, moving forward internationally. So most likely you'll shift the place of innovation from one side to the other. So in summary, would it be better with Trump? Yes, it would be better with Trump for crypto, particularly in the United States. If you are outside the United States, yeah, maybe you have a few more months of sideways boring action, but besides that, I don't see that major issue because it's all linked to liquidity. I actually had a comment in my latest video, basically asking me to explain a bunch of things around Bitcoin, liquidity, the difference in today's money versus prior money, blah, all of these kind of things. Rest assured, my friend from Greece, I will do it tomorrow. I usually reserve Sundays for macro analysis and macro development, so I'll do it tomorrow. Okay. Now, it's all about liquidity. It's all about the needing to bring rates down because of we cannot pay these levels of interest in the current levels of debt that we have. So at the end of the day, the Fed has the same issue as the current guys have. As I've mentioned before, being Republican, being a Democrat is a mathematical problem, is no longer a political problem. So at the end of the day, when people are saying, "Oh, under Biden, the stock market is going to go to zero," no, it's not, and it didn't. Did crypto make new all-time highs under Biden? Yes, it did. So that's my point, right? So when people throw those kind of crazy stuff around, be careful. It's all linked to money supply. That's the most important thing. Okay, and then what I try to do is to focus on longer dated trends and not be so concerned about this all short-term kind of movement and noise. I mean, it's important to be aware, but people take it to extremes where it makes absolutely no sense, and it's all for for clickbait and or because they're looking at the markets every single day, so they think every single report and stuff matters the world. No, it doesn't. So, in summary, I think eventually we'll keep on moving up. We can have some more time periods of sideways movement and boring periods during the bull market. Things go down 50%, like Hoppy, for example. As you guys know, I got into Hoppy on Ethereum at $1 million market cap. It was at between 1 and 2 million for weeks, goes to 20, comes to 8, goes to 40, comes to 18, went to 46, is now 35. Andy went to 320 million, it's now at 146 million. Things come down 60, 70, 55%. It's part of the bull market. If you cannot live with it, you're gonna have a really, really, really hard trouble, being here. And once again, look at the longer time frames. Tune out the noise. If everybody is extremely bullish on one thing, most likely they are wrong. But I understand that there's a great deal of humph to try to pursue it. So in my view, I think if they keep Biden, I think Trump will win easily. I don't think they will keep him. I don't know what's going to happen to him. I don't know if he's going to have an accident. I don't know if he's going to be just pushed out. I don't know what the situation is going to be. But I don't see how we can be up for elections based on the performance we just had. And yeah, understand the monetary system, understand where we're going on that front. Because with Trump, with Biden, with a different person, the challenges are going to be the same. The success will be dependent on you, not on them. We just look at these things because they can have an influence, they can accelerate or decelerate our ambitions into the future. And with that, guys, thank you very much. By the way, the Pulse Chain ecosystem finally seems to be showing some signs of life. As you guys know, it's my core coins, but they do go up later in the cycle, the biggest movements. But in any case, it's good to see them show some color, show some livelihood. So I'm actually considering adding a bit more to my positions on there. But if I do that, as you guys know, I always disclose my feelings up front. And with that, guys, thank you very much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next one.